now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity TV by the Full Velocity Racing Network. Live tonight at the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Sim Addicts 360 Sprint Car Series. It is championship night. We have it all to you, flag to flag, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, presented by Hanover Record Service. Check him out on Facebook over at Hanover Record Service. Also, iRacing, iFlag. Check out Jeff Brown, all his great product over at iRacingIFlag.com. Also, check out our newest partner, BladeNode.com, offering VPS servers, dedicated servers, hosting, whatever you may need. Check these guys out at BladeNode.com. I'll talk more about those as the night goes on. Also, a big shout to Jake over at Montstar Productions, 2 hours with Montstar. Check him out. Give him a like on Facebook. Also, going to thank you for Hard Motorsports, TDR Racing, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gen, our sponsors here live to the Full Velocity Racing Network. The dirt track at the Charlotte Motor Speedway about to come to life for the first of 2 heat races tonight for the Sim Addicts 360 Sprint Car. So let's go trackside here and take you through our lineup for heat race number 1 on the pole with tonight's Hard Motorsports quick time aboard car number 22. That is Jason Nygaard, and alongside of Jason in the number 2, it is Kendall Tucker. In row number 2, we find car number 59. That is Trey Long, and alongside in the number 88, Alexander Balducci rolls off on the outside of the second row. In row 3, good to see car number 6 back with us. That is Cody Olson, and alongside last week's winner, a couple-time winner here, car number 12, the hot shoe, Alex Bergeron on the outside of the third row. In row number 4, we find car number 82 of Dustin Griffiths with the 54 of Alex Stoudinger alongside. And scheduled to go shotgun on the field, although I don't think he's going to make the call out to the speedway, is going to be car number 9 of Nick Harris. So the call out for 9. I believe we're going to have 8 out there for 8 laps around the 4/10 mile here at the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Welcome in aboard tonight on the show, guys. Phil LeCass here. Jack Truman doing the controls for us once again this evening to Phil and Jack attack out here hot on a Friday night. So do us a favor, gang. You're out there watching us live via Facebook or YouTube or Twitch TV. Make sure you like our link out there, share our link, let everybody know it is all out here live tonight in the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. A very rainy evening up here in the northeast part of the country where I sit, and no better way to cure that and moody of this miserable rainy day up here in the northeast part of the country with a hot race we have on the speedway. iRacing.com. Pace truck will make its way onto pit road. We're going to send these guys loose this time for 8 circuits around off of turn number 4. Jason Nygaard, Kendall Tucker are going to take us to our first iRacing iFlag, green flag of the evening. They race down to turn number 1 and 2. Nygaard going to take the point already down the back straightaway. Right away in there for 2 is going to be Kendall Tucker in the deuce. They make contact there off of turn number 4 since the pole sitter Jason Nygaard up the hill. Kendall Tucker going to take over the lead with Trey Long. Alex Bergeron now up to 3rd with Cody Olson down 4th. Alex Balducci, the 88, now running up the top 5, completing lap number 2. These guys are getting after it early tonight in Charlotte. It's a good race already here. This battle for 4th back here between Olson and Balducci. A really good one down in the turn number 3, but up front, it is a race leader right now. Car number 2 of Kendall Tucker over Trey Long. Alex Bergeron running in there now for that 3rd spot off of turn number 2, and these guys are really letting a motor, but look at the lead that Kendall Tucker has amassed. Almost 6 car lengths this time into turn number 3 as we are halfway home here in heat race number 1. This is going to be an ultra-fast night of Full Velocity TV, so you guys don't want to go away as they drive it deep into turn number 3 and 4. under Bergeron there. Cody Olson trying to look for room down low. Bergeron almost got clipped off the corner as it's Alex Bergeron and Cody Olson racing back there for third and fourth. Yard up ahead, you see Trey Long having a great run so far, running in second, but it is all Kendall Tucker out front by almost a full second. Last time around, as he's already put the 2-to-go signal onto the racetrack, this time into 3 and 4. Kendall Tucker going to see the white flag from the starter stand. One more trip around as Trey Long going to be second there into turn number 1. But the racing is for third between Bergeron, or that's for second now. Bergeron to the low side of Trey Long into turn number 3. Alex will drive it in deep off of 4. Checkered flag goes out for Kendall Tucker to the deuce. The 12 of Bergeron in for second. Trey Long for third. Cody Olson fourth. Alex Balducci going to take the top 5 with Dustin Griffiths and Alex Stoudinger in the number 54 car, looking like in around our field here for heat race number 1. That was a great one there. That was a lot of fun to watch. Good run for those guys. Jason Nygaard, unfortunately, from the pole, finishing up in the 8th spot, so he'll have to come from the back of the field here tonight in the A main. But the second and our final heat race of the night rolling out to the speedway now. So let's take us to our starting lineup here, presented by, well, we don't have a sponsor of the starting lineup. Get your name on there now. You want to sponsor us here at Full Velocity TV, Full Velocity Racing Network. Contact us down through Facebook or drop us an email, fullvelocitynetwork@gmail.com, and we will certainly hook you up here with some great sponsorship offers, and you guys can be a part of our great layout here night after night. These get in really often. So let's take into our starting lineup for heat race number 2. On the pole, good to see a heavy hitter back over here tonight aboard car number 5. That is Braden Eiler, and alongside on the 269, that is James Grace. In row number 2, the number 72 of Kyle Moonen with the number 44 of Blake Cannon on the outside of the second row. In row 3, the 21 of Scotty Edwards with the number 55, the series champion we can call now with his start here tonight, car number 55, Robert Satterfield. And in our fourth and final row, we find car number 23, Stephen Calavoda. And alongside in the 111, that is Lewis Clark. So there you have it, a call out there for 8. I believe we have all 8 out there. We're going to take the, I guess 8's are wild because it's 8 laps around for heat race number 2 as well, as they work in turns number 3 and 4. I got to thank you guys all there once again out there watching as I look over here for the first time tonight to the Facebook live chat of things. I see our friend Bob out there. Bob, great to see you. David Heileman out there. David Helms, great to have you guys all aboard. Dustin Helms would say, great to have you guys out there watching. If you guys hear my voice, guys, do me a favor, like what's going on, share our link out there, let everybody know that Full Velocity Racing Network here is absolutely live. You know, nothing virtual. What we're doing, this is live, up in your face, and getting at them quick here this evening at the dirt track of the Charlotte Motor Speedway field. Going to work its way into turns number 3 and 4, and we are going to go green this time by as a pace truck is going to surrender its way for cover into pit side. And in number 4, Braden Eiler in the 5, James Grace in the 269, and make our front row. iRacing, I-flag, green flag coming up in the air. We are racing down into turn number 1 and 2. Eiler getting that great jump there from that pole position, but right away the race is on for that second and third spot. Blake Cannon's 44 trying to make it happen up high. He's going to make ways around James Grace and Kyle Moonen. Put Blake Cannon now up to the second spot in that white and red number 44 down the back stretch into turn number 3. It is all Braden Eiler up front. Cannon there for second. The race is on for third. Well, we currently find Kyle Moonen holding on to the 72 over James Grace. Lewis Clark already now up to the 5th spot in the 111 Satterfield. Back there, Scotty Edwards, Stephen Calavoda tagging on the back of this field. But Eiler and Cannon are running away here up front. Eiler's got about 8 car lengths on the 44 of Cannon this time off of turn number 2. So far, so good. Settled in this race for third as Kyle Moonen going to hold on for position number 3 here in turn number 3 and 4 as this time by. Already halfway home, 4 in, 4 laps remaining for heat race number 2. It has been all Braden Eiler from the pole here up front aboard car number 5. He motors off the corner about an 8 car length advantage over the 44 of Blake Cannon into turn number 1 and 2. The race back there kind of tame for the time being. Between third and fourth, we find Kyle Moonen back there in the number 72. James Grace, also Lewis Clark right there. A good 3-car race there for 3 through 5. Off of the 4th corner, but off of 2, the race leader finds it, and that is Braden Eiler. And that distance up front just keeps expanding for car number 5 as this time into turns number 3 and 4. He is going to see white flag in the air. One more trip around here This little 410 mile, and Braden Eiler making quick work of this one. Into 3 and 4 for the final time, and off of 4, Braden Eiler gonna pick up the win over Blake Cannon. A little bit of a good drag race there for third. James Grace will pick up third. Lewis Clark gonna pick up fourth, with Kyle Moonen dropping back to fifth. Robert Satterfield, Steven Calavona, and Scotty Edwards gonna make up our 8 cars here for heat race number 2. Our 40-lap A main is coming up next here. So what do you say we take this thing and throw it trackside? We'll pay homage to this great country, the United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem. Back here live inside the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Full Velocity Racing Network, presented by Hanover Wrecker Service. Got to thank them for all the work they do for us behind the scenes. Tyler for all his contributions. Check him out on Facebook. Look up Hanover Wrecker Service here in the West Virginia area. Need a tow or any kind of service at all, check those guys out. Great people there. Mr. Blake and Chip over there at Hanover Wrecker Service. Also got a big shout here tonight to our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag. Get to pick up one of these iFlags, these telemetry widgets. They make a great addition to your sim racing rig. Check him out now, iRacingIFlag.com. Also, a big shout out to our buddy Sam and Vlad over at BladeNode.com, the newest partner here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. They do web hosting, VPS servers, dedicated servers. They have a special promo code to offer you now. If you go to the website, you make your first order for web hosting or a VPS server, you use promo code FVRN at checkout. They will give you 25% off your first month or year of service. So you're going to go over there now, get hold of those guys. Great price. You guys will be impressed. BladeNode.com is where you can find those guys. Also, big shout to Jake Keel over at Montstar Productions, one of our other True Blue sponsors over here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Jake, a broadcast colleague of ours, will talk to him really soon with the Firecracker 40 coming up here on July the 2nd. We're going to thank Montstar Productions. Give him a like on Facebook as well. Big shout out also to other presenting sponsors here tonight. Of course, Hard Motorsports, the sponsor of our quick time here tonight. That went to Jason Nygaard. Also the guys over at TDR Racing League, their sponsorship of the Turtle that we see here every night. Hopefully there's no turtles out there tonight, but if we do, all Turtles presented by TDR Racing. Also got to thank you to Jim Revis at Evil One Graphics. Got to thank Brendan Spadafora. Full Throttle with the Gent, a great little podcast. He put up a new one here earlier today. Check him out now. Look up Full Throttle with the Gent over on YouTube, and also Brendan, a very frequent contributor to our YouTube, Facebook page as well. YouTube chat group, I should say. Check it out. Great little podcast show there to do with the NASCAR racing world. Always a very insightful, entertaining time over there. So that'll do it here for the sponsors. Going to thank contributors here to the network, of course. Guys like Josh Smith over at DirtSeries.com, Jameson over at CNC Race Designs. Those guys are so instrumental to what we do behind the scenes here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. So we are about ready to go live for a 40-lap feature event. I have a special surprise in store. I can welcome into the show tonight my broadcast colleague of so long. On a Friday night, I guess the rain has got a hold of my buddy here tonight as well. Todd Stanton's alongside tonight. Todd, how the heck are you? You ready for a 40-lap feature event?
Definitely ready for a 40-lap feature event here tonight, Phil. As rain has kind of put us in I don't know. It's been raining for days here in New York, so it's definitely not very well for racing. As normally on a Friday night, I'd be out at the local racetrack, but tonight, not so much. We're going to do that cure for the Friday Night Fever here tonight with the Sim Addicts final season finale here, the dirt track in Charlotte.
Absolutely. It's the Friday Night Lights finale for us tonight. 360 sprint cars. Final race of the season for these guys over at the Sim Addicts, and here is the way we will go down where our starting lineup on the pole is going to be car number 2, that is Kendall Tucker, and alongside in the number 5, that is Braden Eiler. In row number 2 is going to look fit there for a second. Alex Bergeron rolls off third tonight aboard car number 12, and alongside the number 44, that is Blake Cannon. In the third row, we find the driver, the number 59, that is Trey Long with the 269 alongside, that is James Grace. Fourth row, very fast row here, we find car number 6, Cody Olson to his outside, the 111, that is Lewis Clark. In row 5, we find the 88, welcome to the network, Alexander Balducci out there in the number 88, and he is flanked alongside with the number 72 of Kyle Monin. Sixth row, the 82 of Dustin Griffiths, and next door, our series champion aboard car number 55, that is Robert Satterfield. In row number 6, we find, or 7, I should say, the number 54 of Alex Stoudinger, but Stephen Calavota part next door aboard car number 23. In our final row of the evening, 15th starter, tonight's quick time came from car number 22 of Jason Nygaard with the number 21 car of Scotty Edwards. So there you have it, folks, 16 of the finest drivers out there tonight in the 360 sprint cars. Take to the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We go 3 wide salute this time. Off of turn number 4, we are racing here in Charlotte, Todd. Down to the turn number 1, a good battle for the lead ensues between Eiler in the 5 and Tucker in the 2, but we already wrecking down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Bergeron already up to that second spot in the number 12 machine. Like you said, we're already wrecking down the front straightaway. These guys are able to stay. It looks like clean and green there as Tucker makes contact with the wall. Bergeron gets around him. Tucker back down to the inside, side by side battle down into turn number 3. Bergeron firing back down to the inside.
Absolutely did. The contact was up there between the 5 of Island, the 44 of Blake Cannon. Those guys have to drop all the way back to the rear of the field as they'll have to fight their way through for 40 laps around. But Kendall Tucker leading Alex Bergeron. Trey Long. Here comes Cody Olson, the 6th. Great to see Cody out here in a sprint car once again. He's going to try to muscle his way into the third spot, but it's all chasing race leaders now off of 2. Kendall Tucker and Alex Bergeron race down toward turn 3.
Cody Olson was making a little bit of love to the outside wall there, that number 6 machine. That put him back into the number 269. Grace, James Grace, that is, the 269. Those guys are keeping it straight, though, with the yellow flag going to come out on the field here for the first time of the evening.
Yellow flag number 1 of the night. Yellow's brought to you by our friends at Hannibal Record Service, our official caution flag sponsor of the Full Velocity Racing Network. And for the first time tonight, it embraces the speedway on lap number 5 of 40. That allows Jack to go to work down there at the controls with a first Full Velocity Racing replay of the night presented by BladeNote.com. And I look back at it, Todd, and I believe it may have kind of gotten, was it the 5 car of Braden Eiler who got involved in another second wreck here to put us under our caution flag?
Yeah, it was Braden Eiler in that number 5 machine. Unfortunately, there was the number 5 who's down at the bottom, but he was an innocent bystander of contact between 2 other drivers. The number 54 of Stuttinger, and then the, looks like, I can't quite make out the other car there. It looks like the number 23, Stephen Calavota, also involved in that one too. I could be wrong, but I think it was. He did not get as much damage as, say, the number 5 machine. Oh man, tough break for him as his car is just all kinds of bent out of shape.
Yeah, they get away early here at the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, in these 360 sprint cars. They are flying around this joint tonight at laps of just around 14 seconds flat as this track, you know, gets a little slicker over the course of the evening. But great to have you guys out there watching. Great to have Todd alongside here for a Friday night. It's been quite a while, so we've done one of these together on a Friday night. But the iRacing.com page truck going to surrender its way in. That's going to put the field back into the hands of the front row. Kendall Tucker and Alex Bergeron. iRacing flag, green flag is out. We are racing back into turn number 1.
And Tucker leads the charge down to turn 1, slips up the track, leaves the door wide open for Bergeron. Bergeron down to the inside, side by side, battle down the back straightaway to turn 3. Give it to Bergeron here temporarily, as here comes Tucker back down to the inside. Oh, contact, Tucker. Oh, he saves a handful of steering wheel, but going to lose many positions there, 4 or 5 positions there for the 39 machine.
Absolutely. That's allowed Cody Olson now to jump in the 6 car up to that second spot. What a heck of a save there by Kendall Tucker in that number 2 car as he had a fistful of steering wheel. Somebody able to hold on that thing. That's going to put Trey Long now up to 3rd. James Grace to 4th. Put Kendall back to 5th, but he is taking time. A 2-car on the roll, and more contact being made this time through 3 and 4.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there. Kendall Tucker making some more contact there towards the back there. But the 269 of James Grace now up to that 2nd spot. As yellow flag going to fly. Olsen just barely giving that one up there, Phil, in that number 6 machine.
Yellow flag for the 2nd time tonight, brought to you by Hannibal Wrecker Service. Finds us here at the dirt track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway, on lap number 12 of 40. So already approaching the halfway mark here, and a couple of cars already been tore up here tonight. The likes of Blake Cannon, Braden Eiler, and also Kyle Moonen. The latest victim here as we look at our BladeNote.com full velocity racing replay. I believe we may have got the 54 car of Alex Stoudinger involved in this one. It looks like a self-spin there, a selfie for the 54 car of Stoudinger puts us under our caution flag for the 2nd time tonight. So Alex Stoudinger, these cars, Todd, they are a handful to drive. They're not so, lightly powered like the 305s are. You got some more horsepower to make moves happen, but you can see the aggressiveness. These guys are really charging at these corners here tonight. These cars are a handful. Alex has got too much right there, and around he went in that 54. Yeah,
they definitely are a handful here tonight, 360 cars, and man, this track is fast too. The dirt track of Charlotte has been one of my favorite tracks to, at the end of the year, you get to go watch the World Finals here at this track, so it's fantastic to watch the sprint cars, the big block modifieds is my personal favorite, being from upstate New York. And then also you got to figure out, just looking at the sprint car in the World of Outlaw late models. I love those too. I love all the cars down there, Phil, because dirt racing's where it's at. Asphalt's for getting there, I'm going to tell you that.
It took me a long time to understand why that was said and how great those words are, but it is indeed true. Dirt is for real racing, and that's where the real race car drivers make their money at. You don't got to see those taxi cab bricks that race on the pavement out there on a Sunday afternoon. Well, we can do it here on the dirt better than anybody else, and you are locked and loaded right here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. iRacing, iFlag, green flag returns to the Speedway with Alex Bergeron, James Grace, Cody Olsen, our top 3 off of 2.
Yeah, single file was the way of the land there for the restart. Here comes the 39 of Tucker back down to the bottom side, trying to charge here on the number 6 of Cody Olsen. Not going to be had there, but Olsen down to the bottom, side-by-side battle with James Grace in that 269 machine. Great battle going on for that 2nd spot.
It really is a good one there, as Olsen now going to peek his way to the inside of James Grace for that 2nd position off of turn 4. Cody going to let that throttle roll there through the corner, going to keep it dug down now up on the outside. James going to try to fire back down low. Give 2nd to Cody Olsen down the back straightaway. Don't look too far behind those guys, Todd, as that race for 2nd and 3rd. Here comes Kendall Tucker in the deuce. Starting to make waves back forward as they hit turn 1.
Yeah, Tucker trying to make some waves forward, like you said there, Phil. Now catching the 269 of Grace. Tucker down to the bottom side. Slide job there in front of Grace. Not going to be had there for a little bit. Looks like we're going to have a battle for the lead, though, between Bergeron and Olsen there temporarily there, Phil. As Bergeron was up high, Olsen was working the bottom side, but now Bergeron back down to the bottom, slipping up the track, though, for that number 12 machine.
Yeah, Alex Bergeron holding off one of the best ones out here. Cody Olsen now off of turn number 2. 2 car lengths advantage. They both ripped the lip up there against the outside wall, pushing the cushion up high. This time they come to the middle of the racetrack off of 3 and 4. Bergeron leading Olsen. Olsen going to ride right there in the slipstream through the tire tracks. They dance once again to the outside. Look at the view off of 2 is Olsen right in the line of Bergeron. And though back to the middle groove, there is 2 distinct lines going on right now through these corners, Todd.
Yeah, definitely 2 distinct lines. Bergeron will be a little bit more consistent on the throttle through the corner. That number 12 machine able to put a gap on himself and Cody Olsen. Olsen seems a little bit loose in that number 6 machine as time keeps clicking off here. So we're on lap 23 of 40 here, so we have 17 more laps remain.
17 laps remaining here in Charlotte here tonight. Looking for some good racing going on. Todd, I found something outside the top 5. Back for about 8th position. Find the 23 of Steven Calavona, the 59 of Trey Long. Those guys going at it head-to-head, toe-to-toe for position number 8 now in a turn number 3. Give it to Calavona there off the corner, but I'm just looking back at some good racing. We don't get a good race going on for the lead, but there is good shots being taken all over this 410 mile.
Yeah, the 22 of Nygaard pulls it down into the pits there. A little bit of contact there. I thought that was going to be worse than it was. But Nygaard down to the pits. Looks like his night is going to be extinguished in that number 22 machine. But like you said, Phil, good battle going on between the number 59 machine, the 23 machine, and the 21 machine of Scotty Edwards. Those guys put on a whale of a fight back there. Calavona right now running in that 6th spot, or 7th spot, fighting it out there with Trey Long, exchanging slide jobs there. That Beer Hill gang, number 23. Love seeing that logo all over that number 23 machine.
That is a really cool look there for Calavona. Is that car wheeling there through 3 and 4? Him and Scotty Edwards there at 21 having a heck of a race now for that 6th spot. Once again, Calavona going to come back to the low side, maybe make that pass clear this time. In the 3 and 4, looks like he's held off the best challenge to now put Stephen Calavona up to a 6th spot temporarily, because it looks like Trey Long of the 59, he has found room back to the inside. Those two guys really going at it there. Good. That is an awesome race going on for 6 ton, the best race by far on the Speedway.
Definitely a fantastic race going on as Bergeron's checked out into his own area code in that number 12 machine like he has in the past couple of broadcasts. Bergeron out to a 3-second advantage over James Grace now, who got around Cody Olson there for that 2nd spot. So Olson drop kick him in that dirt coat number 6 machine back to that 3rd spot. Tucker still running in 4th, and Satterfield in the 55 is running 5th.
That's our series champion right there in that number 55. Robert Satterfield running in position number 5. As we're already less than 10 laps remaining here at the dirt track in Charlotte. 10 more trips around for Alex Bergeron as caution flag going to come back on the Speedway. Yellow flag number 3 of the night brought to you by Hannibal Record Service finds us here in Charlotte on lap number 31. And that's going to give us a minute here to go back and take a look to see what may have happened. I believe the 111 of Lewis Clark may have had a piece of the action here, but yellow flags here brought to you by Hannibal Record Service. Gives us a good time for Jack to go down there and show you off a full velocity replay presented by BladeNode.com. It looks like it was the 111 of Lewis Clark and the 21 of Scotty Edwards who may have made a little contact there. So it looks like it's going to be the 111 of Lewis Clark going to be on the short end of that one. He's going to lose a couple of laps, probably having to come pit side. So that's going to leave it looks like, call it 8 drivers out there left in a lead lap. Alex Bergeron leading James Grace, Cody Olson, Kendall Tucker, Robert Satterfield, our current top 5. Stephen Calavona runs 6th. Trey Long 7th. Scotty Edwards 8th. Lewis Clark now running 9th. They're 2 laps down, with Alexander Balducci running 10th. 3 laps down aboard the 88. Also guys like Jason Nygaard, Dustin Griffiths, Alex Stoudinger, Kaya Mooden, Braden Eiler, and Blake Cannon made their appearance here tonight. All those drivers have all retired for the evening, so it looks like we have about maybe 8 or 9, maybe 10 out there still making laps here, Todd, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Lap 35, we should see the green flag come back up the field. Can Alex Bergeron pick up yet another win for the 360 Sim Addicts? He has really done well here. He's won, I think, the last 2 or 3 weeks in a row, so he has just dominated the end of the season.
Yeah, Bergeron been on fire here as of late in the sprint car division, whether it's World of Outlaws 360. He's just got the sprint car world by storm. As of right now, green flag is back in the air. The number 12 machine of Bergeron assumes the lead again, but look at Olson. Cody Olson up to the 2nd spot. Tucker now into 3rd as he wheels it around James Grace for that 3rd spot. So right now, podium finish. Here comes Tucker down to the bottom side here, trying to pull a slider on Olson. Olson is able to hold out the 39 of Tucker, but for how long?
Yeah, for how long? There's a thing called spinning your tires on the dirt. I think James Grace did it there on that restart, surrendering those 2 positions there to Tucker and to Olson. But now Grace going to come back to the low side of Tucker. They're going to throw slide jobs on, maybe getting hooked off the right rear. 2 cars slamming a door shut there on James Grace off of 2. Almost stacked up the entire field as we stay clean and green, Todd. And next time by, Alex Bergeron will be greeted by the 2 to go signal.
Tell you what, Calavona was the benefactor of that one, Phil. He's up to 4th, and that number 23 machine's picking up 2 more positions, so Calavona on the move in that number 23 machine.
Certainly is, but next time by, off of turn number 4, the race leader Alex Bergeron gonna receive the white flag from the starter here in Charlotte. Off the corner, white flag goes in the hand. 1 more trip around the 4/10 mile for the driver of car number 12. Multiple time this winning here at the Sim Addicts 360. 3-time winner of the Craftsman Sprint Car Series there for iRacing. And now off of turn number 4, going to pick up yet another checkered flag It is going to be Alex Bergeron aboard car number 12, taking down the win. Cody Olsen in for second. Steven Calavona will finish up with a third spot over James Grace and Kendall Tucker. Robert Satterfield in for the sixth spot with Scotty Edwards. Trey Long, Alex Balducci, and Lewis Clark going to make up our top 10 here tonight. For the Sim Addicts 360 Sprint Cars, Alex Bergeron picking up yet another win, Todd, and even a bigger picture, Robert Satterfield taking down a series championship. That always feels good after a good night of racing.
Yeah, definitely series championship is where it's at here, Phil, and that's what you wanted to do. Yeah, you had a solid finish in that number 55, that Twisted Motorsports machine, able to bring home the championship. Alex Bergeron, though, winning another race here, another sprint car race. So, like I said, Calavona moving up to that third spot there, late race there. And that number 23 machine able to get to a podium finish. So, good job by those drivers there, Phil, as that race is actually what I thought it was going to be here at the dirt track in Charlotte.
There was a really, really good race indeed, and we're going to go to our post-race festivities for the Sim Addicts 360 Sprint Cars. We're going to head over to the Sim Addicts Discord, so we'll be right back live over there. We'll talk to at least our series champion and hopefully our top 3 finishers, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with our post-race show here live on your source for esports racing. Back here live on your source for esports, the Full Velocity Racing Network, the post-race show, season finale for the Sim Addicts 360 Sprint Car Series. And by way of it looks like a sixth-place finish here tonight is going to be Mr. Robert Satterfield, picking up yet the series championship. So we make him our first interview of the night on the post-race show. Robert, congratulations, man. A well-fought, hard-charging season for you. You pick up the hardware here as our series champion. Congratulations there, bud. Tell us about not only your run tonight, but the entire season. It's going to feel good for you.
I appreciate it, man. It's been a tough season. A lot of fast cars, a lot of good racing here. Tonight my car I tightened it up a little bit too much, I believe, and right there toward the end it started to come in, and then I just started overdriving it. But I mean, put myself in bad position starting near the back really didn't help me out tonight. But coming through the field and not really getting into nobody, that's always a good day.
That's a real good day. We talk about the season as a whole now, and you took the point lead early on in the year. You and James Grace, Dylan Hutchinson, you guys really competition over here on a Friday night just got better and better as this year went on. The likes of Alex Bergeron coming in, guys like Kendall Tucker and Cody Olsen joining us out there tonight. As the names of the competition gets tougher out there, how great is it to go wheel to wheel with some of the best out there that iRacing has to see on the dirt today?
Man, it's fun. I mean, you got Bergeron, you got Kendall Tucker, Cody. All them guys are really fast. Just to get out here and race with those guys and see what lines they running and try to, measure up against those kind of guys week in and week out is pretty fun. As far as overall season, I think the one thing I did for myself when I had bad races or either I got caught up in wrecks or whatever, I took bad days and turned them into pretty decent finishes. I think that's probably what helped me out the most.
I got to completely agree, because nights that really could have won a foul for you. You kept that car digging. You put finishes together for you. And that's what overall gives you the hardware here at the end of the year, Robert. So I'm going to give you the mic one final time. Full Velocity Racing Network is live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So our series champion here for the Sim Addicts 360 Sprint Cars, Mr. Robert Satterfield. The floor is all yours there, buddy. We salute you as a champion. Congratulations, man. Take it away.
I appreciate it, man. I want to give thanks to the guys over at Twisted Motorsports for helping me out. Really good group of guys. I can't say enough about them. I appreciate Alex Stoddard for the night setup. He throwed me a setup right there at the end. I was struggling, and he sent me something over that really got the car hooked up for the feature. And give a good big shout out to him. Also, Alexander Balducci, he was over there. He's helping me out, trying to help me out get through the night, because I wasn't sure exactly how many points ahead I was. I never did go and look. I just know that I had a lead coming into the night, and I just wanted to come out here and just give a good solid finish. So
you certainly did that, bud. You had a 33-point advantage on the night over Dylan, who wasn't here. 53 back was James. So I think just by taking the green, it gave you the hardware here tonight. But hey, regardless, man, you got to earn these things over the course of a successful season. You did just that. Robert, congratulations on behalf of all of us over here at Full Velocity, man. This is a great time. Awesome.
I do appreciate it, man. I had a lot of fun. I also want to thank Addicts for putting this thing on. I want to appreciate you guys for broadcasting this thing. I usually go back and watch the broadcast after the race, and y'all do a really good job.
We appreciate that. We appreciate you and the Addicts for putting this deal on. Congratulations. Our series champion is Mr. Robert Satterfield. We'll let him go. We'll run a little further down here. Well, I guess we're going to look toward victory lane, because I think that's all we got here tonight. I'm going to throw it down to Mr. Stanton in victory lane. I believe he has a race winner down there. Mr. Alex Bergeron taking down his twin for the third consecutive week. Todd, I believe you got Alex in victory lane.
Sound resumed. Sound
Yeah,
muted.
James Grace also, Phil, finishing runner-up in points here tonight. Hopefully you can go down and grab him real quick. But I'm down here in victory lane with driver the number 12, Alex Bergeron, picking up yet another win here on Full Velocity Racing Network, yet another Addicts win. And you've had a dominating season, whether it's 360s or World of Outlaws so far, Alex. Tell us how it's been so far, and how to cap off this season here at Addicts with a great win.
I mean, it feels good. We work hard at Team ABR, and we put a lot of work. We're just being patient. Big championship on the line for the World Championship Series. But just having fun here. Team Addicts Series. I think we did a couple of races this season, and finishing off with a good one is very fun. Absolutely.
Always great to pick up a W where you can, and they say once you got your first one, many of them come. And man, you've been on fire as of late. Like I said, I've been watching you, whether it's World of Outlaws or the 360 Addicts. Unfortunately, usually Friday nights in upstate New York. I'm usually at a local track, so I'm not able to come and broadcast this much as I would like to. But rain has been putting a hamper on that one. But able to catch the victory here tonight, man. It was dominating. How much do you practice, Alex, and be able to run up front like this? How much time do you put into this?
Well, I mean, for that tonight, I just showed up for the race. I put a lot of time for World Championship, but for this tonight, I just, used the setup from, the past season setup. I just put something in, and it was good, felt good, and run that. But but I put as many times, as much time as these guys they run up front. Just like the names of Tim Ryan and all these guys. When you got to run up front in the World Championships, you got to really put the time and work into what you're doing. A lot of patience into it, that's for sure. But for tonight, I just showed up and just want to have some fun.
Definitely fun is the name of the game. Alex, I know you've been running sprint cars outside here at the local some of these tracks that even I've been accustomed to. I've seen 5 Mile Point Speedway, one of those things where you've ran down there too. But tell us how this simulation kind of compares. What can you take from either one of them real quick? I know there's some iRacing guys out there that are kind of iffy about, well, some other simulation guys are kind of iffy about getting this simulation.
Well, iRacing is the most sophisticated, simulator in the world, either for asphalt, dirt, anything rallycross. It's just, it's very close to real life. There's a couple of things, not, as close, just, you don't have the actual feel of the car, when you're on the actual racetrack, but, you know the lines, the lines are pretty much the same, how you get in the corners, the cushion is not exactly the same, but it's really close to what it is. The cars are not actually handling the same, but really close as well. You just gotta, you just basically you just gotta wheel it. In real life, you gotta wheel it, and same thing here. So just gotta go fast and turn right to go left.
Definitely, Alex. I have to echo those sentiments, but I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank her. We'd like to thank her tonight live on Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yeah, first off, thank you to all my partners, Nyobi.com, Design Shop Bikinis, BK Designs, CSI Chalks, Max McLaughlin Racing, Meyer Inc., everybody for watching, everybody for supporting me, my girlfriend included. I really appreciate it. You guys for broadcasting, all the fans out there for watching, my dad for watching as well. Shout out to Coleman Golick, Paul Kinney, Pete Golick, and all these guys for supporting me, and Team ABR for a great team, and Jason Nygaard. We work hard, like I said earlier, and it pays off.
Definitely hard work pays off in the end. Again, congratulations, Alex. And we'll see this in victory lane probably many more times to come here on that number 12 machine. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, picking up tonight's win driver, the number 12, Alex Bergeron, putting an exclamation point on his Sim Addicts Racing Series. I'm going to say 3 or 4 races that he's ran. I think he's won just about every single one of them, Phil. But I believe we're going to get ready to catch up with the tonight's runner-up in the points, James Grace, aboard that number 269. I believe you got him.
I absolutely do. We got James Grace down here, who does finish up this season second in the standings. Want to make mention of that as well. James, a terrific season without a win for the whole year, but through these 10 races, you stayed consistent. You finished races in your year. You accumulate enough points to finish off second to a class act like Mr. Satterfield right there. Congratulations, buddy. Great season run.
Yeah, thank you, guys. It's been a long season, a lot of fun. And battling out with all these guys. They were great racers. Every race I had a blast.
We certainly had a good time covering these 10 weeks as well. So as we kick in toward the summer months when the weather finally maybe it's nice up here in the northeast part of the country where Todd and I sit, or even Jack for that matter, is he's been underwater here these last couple of days. What's next for James Grace out in the racing world? You gonna go do any racing out there for real in the off season? You gonna stay out there active in iRacing? Where can we expect to see you out there?
I'm going to hang out here a little bit in iRacing. Being summer months, I do spend a lot of time with my family out at the lake, so I'm going to tone it back down a little bit for the summertime. Unfortunately, due to medical issues, I can't climb into a real car, so this is where I get to do my racing.
I completely sympathize with that. Indeed, I do the same kind of thing. But James, as always, but a class act all the way around. A very fine season for you, finishing up second here for the Sim Addicts 360 Sprints. We're live tonight here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So, James Grace, I give you the microphone one more time as our runner-up position here in the overall standings. Bud, take the floor away and thank whoever you'd like to thank that got you here all season long.
Yeah, first off, I'd definitely like to thank you guys for putting on an awesome show. Sim Addicts for putting on a great season. All my teammates at Highside Racing for running with me. Say hi to my family, my Uncle Rob, my Grandma Susan, my friend Renee. Other than that, I'm looking forward to running some more races for you guys and see you guys around.
Well, we will absolutely be out here to find. So there you have it, folks. James Grace and car number 269. Second place in the overall standings here through the 10 weeks that make up the Sim Addicts 360 Sprint Car Series season. So that is going to do it for us here live tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I want to thank Todd for joining me there for a feature event. Always good to have my buddy here alongside. Jack Chewin for his work on the controls. Ron Piles, I think we'll be having out here back with us live here soon. It's be great to have our foursome back together. Also going to thank guys like Josh Smith, Jim Revis, Jameson Coburn, the entire cast of characters that make up the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil LeCast going to sign off here for the night. Have a great weekend out there, everybody. Be safe and enjoy the racing out there forever. Have a good night, everybody.